Hey, yo, I got some of my peoples with me, and they want to tell y'all something, you know what I mean? If y'all don't get it, I'm going to try to translate for you. All right, peep it.
In battle, there are not more than two methods of attack, the direct and the indirect. It is like moving in a circle. You never come to an end. Who can exhaust the possibilities of their combination? Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger.
सीताराम सीताराम मेरे प्यारे दोस्तों मैं जरा अपने गुरु से ठीक से सीख लूं फिर मैं I'm sorry my good friend let me learn it properly from my guru then I will teach you.
Simulated disorder postulates perfect discipline. Simulated fear postulates courage. Simulated weakness postulates strength. Hiding order beneath the cloak of disorder is simply a question of subdivision. Concealing courage under their show of timidity presupposes a fund of latent energy. Masking strength with weakness is to be effected by tactical disposition. Thus, one who is skillful at keeping the enemy on the move maintains deceitful appearances, according to which the enemy will act. He sacrifices something that the enemy may snatch at it. By holding out baits, he keeps him on the march. Then, with a body of picked men, he lies in wait for him. Sun Tzu said, "Whoever is first in the field and awaits the coming of the enemy will be fresh for the fight. Whoever is second in the field and has to hasten to battle will arrive exhausted." Therefore, the clever combatant imposes his will on the enemy, but does not allow the enemy's will to be imposed on him. By holding out advantages to him, he can cause the enemy to approach of his own accord, or, by inflicting damage, he can make it impossible for the enemy to draw near. If the enemy is taking his ease, he can harass him. If well supplied with food, he can starve him out. If quietly encamped, he can force him to move. Appear at points which the enemy must hasten to defend. March swiftly to places where you are not expected. O divine art of subtlety and secrecy! Through you we learn to be invisible, through you inaudible, and hence we can hold the enemy's fate in our hands. You may advance and be absolutely irresistible if you make for the enemy's weak points. You may retire and be safe from pursuit if your movements are more rapid than those of the enemy. By discovering the enemy's dispositions and remaining invisible ourselves, we can keep our forces concentrated while the enemy's must be divided. We can form a single united body while the enemy must split up into fractions. Hence, there will be a whole pitted against separate parts of a whole, which means that we shall be many to the enemy's few. And if we are able thus to attack an inferior force with a superior one, our opponents will be in dire straits. The spot where we intend to fight must not be made known, for then the enemy will have to prepare against a possible attack at several different points. Should the enemy strengthen his left, he will weaken his right. Should he strengthen his right, he will weaken his left. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, he will everywhere be weak. Numerical weakness comes from having to prepare against possible attacks. Numerical strength from compelling our adversary to make these preparations against us. Though the enemy be stronger in numbers, we may prevent him from fighting. Scheme so as to discover his plans, force him to reveal himself so as to find out his vulnerable spots. In making tactical dispositions, the highest pitch you can attain is to conceal them. Conceal your dispositions and you will be safe from the prying of the subtlest spies. How victory may be produced for them out of the enemy's own tactics, that is what the multitude cannot comprehend. Do not repeat the tactics which have gained you one victory, but let your methods be regulated by the infinite variety of circumstances. Who can exhaust the possibilities of their combination? You never come to an end. It is like moving in a circle. The direct and the indirect lead on to each other in turn. These two in combination give rise to an endless series of maneuvers, the direct and the indirect. In battle, there are not more than two methods of attack,